So this watch right here is $37. This is a fully fledged smartwatch. At $37, the Haylou Solar 5 is not just another budget smartwatch. It is an absolute game changer. This isn't a simple fitness tracker. It's a full-featured smartwatch with premium materials, a bright AMOLED display, 60 Hz refresh rate, health tracking, fitness modes, Bluetooth calling, and even NFC. Let's break it down. Do you remember the good old days around 2 years ago? We had watches like the Amazfit GTR 3, we had the HUAWEI Watch GT 2 and 3, we had Samsung. Wow, all those watches, they used to be quite cheap, they were affordable. You can pick up something from 100 to 150 bucks that had a decent AMOLED display, rather big size, lots of features, but they were affordable. Right now, we can pay as much as 300, 400, 500 bucks, and that is completely unwarranted because the designs are pretty much the same, feature set is very much similar, maybe the software has become slightly more smooth, maybe the accuracy is a bit bumped up, but seriously, a price increase of 300% over nothing, that's too much. So this bad boy comes in, and let me tell you, for $37, we're getting pretty much the same experience as we had on the HUAWEI Watch GT 3 as well as the Amazfit GTR 3. Yep, but we're paying a third, maybe even like a quarter of the price. This is what this piece really reminds me of. I want to tell you about this watch. Now, 37 bucks, that's an AliExpress price. That's how much I picked it up for. I waited 4 days for the delivery to come through, and let me show you the box. The packaging of this thing is insane. Like, this is a premium box. You actually get that silicone strap on here as well as a stainless steel bracelet. And you've got a tool to actually adjust the stainless steel bracelet. All that $37, including delivery. Now, I've left the link to the listing in the description below the video, so check it out if you're after a sharp price. And now let's dive in and talk about this Haylou Solar 5 smartwatch. Let's do it. Right out of the box, the Haylou Solar 5 exudes a high-end aesthetic. That's rare in this price range. It's not rare, I've never heard of anything close to it. Like, just about a week ago, we were discussing the HUAWEI Band 9. That cost me 40 bucks, above this price. It's insane, 40 bucks. And I thought, yeah, that's actually pretty good stuff. Well, for 37 bucks, we're getting way more. But let's get back into it. The watch case is entirely alloy, featuring a stainless steel bezel with engraved markers. It has two steel crowns. The top crown rotates, making menu navigation and volume adjustment smooth and easy, while the bottom button, marked with a red accent or sleeve, serves as a customizable shortcut. So as I've mentioned, we get a rubber strap, which is actually very soft, easy to use, as well as a steel bracelet. And both of them are quick release, meaning that you can easily swap out to a leather strap or whatever else you have in mind. If we flip the watch over, we get the glossy black plastic backplate, and this is typically found on premium smartwatches, proving no corners were cut in terms of build quality and that premium aesthetic. On the wrist, it feels refined, durable, with no sharp edges or rough surfaces anywhere on the watch case. Now, despite its larger size, it sits comfortably on my relatively slender 6.5-inch wrist. There are hardly any overhangs, and you can see that this is actually a good fit, and I really do appreciate that large screen. Now let's talk about the display, because there is a lot to be said about it. So we get a 1.58-inch AMOLED display here, and it is truly stunning. It's very bright. The colors are so punchy. They literally pop off the screen at you. The blacks are very deep. Now, if we talk about lag, there's not much of it. There is some, probably the CPU could be stronger on it, but again, if we go back 2 years to the HUAWEI Watch GT 2 or 3 or the Amazfit GTR 3, you're gonna see pretty much the same sort of action. But those, even second hand, are still priced at least 3 times more expensive than this piece. We get a resolution of 480 by 480 pixels. We get 60 Hz refresh rate and 1000 nits of brightness. And that is absolutely insane. For outdoor readability, this is great. It just feels that this screen has enough brightness in any light conditions. There are no black gaps between the screen and the bezel. The entire display is fully utilized. Now, customization is another strong point. The always-on display or AOD feature is included, and users can download up to 150 watch faces. Now, the good thing with the Haylou is that we don't get this BS as we get with Samsung or Apple or Huawei or Amazfit or even the Redmi or Xiaomi watches. Here, all of the faces are absolutely free, and you can get the dynamic faces, you can get the data-driven faces, whatever you like, but they're all absolutely free. The app layout options include grid view, column view, list view, whatever you find more convenient. And of course, you can use the rotatable crown to actually give you a zoom in view or just go up and down the list or the column view. Now, the only real downside to this display is that there is no ambient light sensor, meaning that brightness must be manually adjusted via this gauge in the display and brightness menu screens in the settings. I want to talk about the features and functions on this watch. So firstly, we'll touch upon the fitness features, then we'll talk about the more lifestyle, the health features, and then we'll get into the cool stuff and of course the usual stuff. Let's do it. So with regards to the fitness features, we get over 100 sport modes here. And that means it is a highly versatile smartwatch. Each mode allows for goal setting, such as distance-based goals, calorie burn targets, or time-based goals. We also have a summary widget, which shows the daily activity tracking, such as your step count, distance covered, calories burned, as well as active time metrics. The watch does not get built-in GPS. It uses smartphone-assisted GPS tracking for outdoor activities. Unlike many budget smartwatches that cut corners on health tracking, the Haylou Solar 5 delivers full-fledged monitoring, including continuous heart rate tracking with weekly trends and heart rate zones. We get continuous SpO2, aka blood oxygen saturation monitoring. We get stress monitoring, sleep tracking with detailed breakdowns into your REM, deep and light sleep. And this is viewable directly on the watch. Now, the good thing is here is you can go deeper into analyzing your weekly trends over your sleep patterns. We also get breathing exercises promoting relaxation and mindfulness. The bottom line is, the health tracking on this watch isn't just a gimmick. Now, I've been using this watch for 2 days and you can see my metrics on here. This is really good stuff. The information is detailed, the metrics are highly functional and just usable. Let's touch on the cool features because there are plenty, but the main one we need to talk about is that this watch gets a speaker as well as an inbuilt microphone. So this watch here does get Bluetooth calls, meaning that as long as your watch is connected to your smartphone, but you can't reach your smartphone for some reason, you can talk right off your wrist. The watch also supports quick replies. You also get an AI assistant. All you need to do is log in to your AI assistant via the Haylou app. We also get a voice recorder here. The built-in recorder can be used as a dictaphone for quick notes or meetings. We get customizable vibration and battery settings. So you can actually adjust the vibration strength. With regards to smart tools and widgets, well, you get camera control, music control, weather updates, flashlight. You even get NFC functionality on this watch. We get a Pomodoro tracker, stopwatch, alarms, world clock, and calculator. There are plenty of the basic features as well as very complex features on this watch. Now, let's touch on battery life because, well, we can see solar in the name. What does that mean? Well, it means that if you put this watch into ultra battery range, you can push out 40 days with this smartwatch. But in typical usage, 2 weeks. That's typical usage. This is absolutely insane. So even with this watch, I pulled it out of the box, I haven't charged it at all. It was at 50% when I pulled it out. I've been wearing it for just over 2 days, and of course I'm playing around with the watch. I'm checking all the functions. I've taken it to the pool. I've done some workouts in it. I'm always looking at the screens. My screen timeout is set to 60 seconds. So the shortest is 5 seconds. I've set it to 60 because I'm always looking at this display. I'm filming the display, and what we can see is that the battery has been used up 11% at the time of shooting this video. So 2.5 days of me just basically taking the heck out of this watch, using it to the max, 11% down. The battery life is insane. So there we go, $37. As you can feel, I am absolutely stoked with this watch because it's so exciting. In a world of expensive everything, for 37 bucks, we're actually getting real, true value. Now, the link to the listing is in the description below the video, so do check it out if you're after a sharp price. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.